No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Oh dear. It's serious. We are say.
Hello, hello, people. Welcome to Chill and Spill. Wow, we are here again. Another wonderful week of wonderfulness. How is everybody doing? Wow, I'm your host, Nubian. To my right, you have my co host, Zuz. And to my left, you have the great Benson.
Hey.
What's going on?
Hey.
Don't make me laugh.
Wow. Let me have a nice little conversation. First things first, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of the great, hardworking fathers out there. Seriously. And you know us already. When it came to Mother's Day, it's the same thing. It's not just one day that we celebrate, but society seems to think that, you only should get one day. And I think that's out of order, actually, because once the child is born, if you listen to Benson's show earlier, his gospel show, he had General call in, and he said that from the child is born, it's Father's Day every day after that.
And there you go.
Yeah, just like the mother. Once the child is born, that's it. It's Mother's Day every day and Father's Day every day. And I feel like you're supposed to get gifts throughout the year, not just for one day. But that's how society have put it. But happy Father's Day all the same, because when it comes to something like this, a national holiday or whatever, Mother's Day, Father's Day, everybody expects to be spoilt, because that is what is supposed to happen. I'm not supposed to do nothing. My feet is supposed to be up, watching football, cricket, sports, whatever you like to watch, boxing, and everything being brought to me. Dinner, breakfast, everything's supposed to be brought to me. Oh, yes. You get your foot massage, body massage, the bath is supposed to run with the candles. You're supposed to have a tall glass of beer next to you. Oh, yeah. All of that. So I hope everybody's being spoilt today. And you know what? I only thought that the UK was celebrating Father's Day, but it seems like it's national. This is great because Mother's Day is not like that. I don't understand why, but happy Father's Day all the same. So let's talk about how we're feeling this week. How is everybody feeling this week? Because I'm telling you something now. I've been going through the mill this week, actually. Oh, yeah. I've been going through the mill. If you don't know what the mill is when a lot of things is happening all at once. Yeah. That's how my week has been. But we're grateful all the same that we're here. Big up Benson for his show today, his gospel show on the radio. And big up to those that tuned in and was listening to the radio station today. They're playing some really sweet tunes. And big up Jackie, who plays straight after. And we're also going to have DJ Ibrahim, playing after the show. So keep your ears open. Yeah, because GMPC Live is busy.
Busy.
Yes, we are busy. I'd like to big up all the platforms as well. Big up Bigo, big up our 2 Facebooks, big up YouTube, Kick and Mixcloud. And last but not least, GMPC Live. Big up yourselves each and every time. So Zuz, how's your week been?
Good question.
You have to think about it.
I have to think about this one. Do you know what? It's been a good week. It's been a bit of an eye opener. It's been a challenge. It's been a mixture of things, if I'm being honest. Not saying it hasn't been a bad week. I can tell you that. It has not been a bad week, but it has been a mixture of different things. Just eye-opening, very spiritual. You know how I be. Yeah, but overall, it's been a good week. I can't complain.
Well, that's good. The main thing is that you're healthy, living and breathing.
Yes.
And as I said earlier,
Amen.
When I called in Benson's show, I said, can we all be grateful for the things that we have and not what we don't have? Because I think we're all guilty of that sometimes. You know, when we start, going into our feelings and start thinking about this and that. And when you weigh up the pros and cons, we're actually doing all right. So let's be grateful for the things that we do have. Benson, how's your week been?
The long pause is real.
Morning, everybody. You know, to be honest, it's like it's the same. It's like a cycle, you know.
Yes.
So it's just always being busy and no, but no, like I feel real sleepy. Yeah, yeah, I feel real knackered at the moment, you know. But apart from that, you know, I'm here and the vibe is good and all is well. So we're here to do a job. So just have to just keep it moving, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm fine. You know, the week was a week wherein I don't know if it finished too quick or it got too slow. Which one? Which one it was? Was it a slow week this week?
No, I don't think it was a slow week.
No.
Not for me anyway.
I
It wasn't a slow week for me.
pretty speedily.
You know when I realize, anytime you have a bill for pay at the end of the week, it come real fast. Don't it?
Oh my gosh.
It come real.
Anything to do with bills, it always comes quick
Don't
for
it?
some reason.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you get what I mean?
Mad.
Yeah, but what I want to find out is, can everybody hear us loud and clear? For some reason, I feel like it's a bit low.
No.
Can everybody hear us loud and clear? Sound check, please. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard, Jazeel. Welcome
Hi,
aboard.
Giselle.
Welcome to Chill and Spill, and welcome aboard, Lady Christine.
Hi, Lady Christine.
Welcome aboard, Lady Barbara. And welcome aboard, Lady Faye.
Hi, y'all.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Faye. You can hear us loud and clear. That is
Great.
the main thing.
Thank you.
Yes. Because I don't know why it sounds low to me, but it does. Oh, yes. Thank you, Christine. Thank you very much for that. And for those that tuned in early, you can see the flyer of the title. So, for those that came after the flyer, I wonder what the hot topic is tonight. Aye.
Never fails.
Yes. The topic tonight is the system. I wonder if everybody remembers, well, the people that, are older than 1970s. Well, is it the 80s? Anybody from the after the 90s might not know this. The system is a fraud.
Don't give me joke.
Remember that
with
rhythm?
the old school tunes. I can't deal. Oh my gosh, they're definitely not gonna know that song.
The system's a fraud.
I just about know that song. Oh my
Ben,
gosh.
so you know that song?
No.
You don't know the song? Wow, you don't know the
No,
system.
unless-
The system. The system is a fraud.
Is it?
Oh my god.
Is that Dub Poet?
Yeah,
right?
it's
He
Dub.
does it. Right?
Yeah.
So,
You know it,
So
man.
you know it then.
I have an idea.
Triple
now.
OGs, man,
Listen.
trying to act like.
If that song was to play now, your knees will be coming up, mate, to your chest. I'll tell you that.
That's a deep one still.
Yes, it's about the school curriculum. And do you think that all that you've been taught in school, has it come through now as an adult? All what you've been taught, your English, your maths, your science, everything. Do you remember anything?
No.
You don't remember anything from school?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to say I don't remember anything. I might remember one and two things, but I feel like in school. So when we say school, we're talking about primary and secondary.
Yes,
right?
primary, secondary.
Okay.
Those are the schools. So,
Okay.
yeah, so for those that don't know primary and secondary, so we start school from what? 3,
4.
4, nursery. Well, preschool.
Yeah, preschool.
Preschool, and then
And
we're
then-
up there until
We're in primary school until the age of 10.
10, 11. Some people are 11 when they leave.
And then the secondary school is from like 11 to 15.
Right up to high school. Yes, and even uni. Because some people may not even remember
so if
what
we're
they were
talking
taught.
about if we're talking about uni, sorry to cut you, then yes, I remember some
How
stuff.
old was you? That's what I'm saying. But how old was you then? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying.
Why, soaked in.
Uni is age from
18.
18 up
Yes.
to there's no limit because you can go back to uni at any
Any
time,
age.
but
Yeah.
the lowest age is 18.
So you remember uni, but anything before that, 9. as the Germans will say, 9. 9.
No, no.
Oh dear.
No, I'm being real. I'm being 100% real. I'm thinking, I feel like maybe the reason why I don't remember certain things in primary school is because it just depends on the teacher. So I feel like I remember certain experiences, but in terms of actually remembering educational stuff from that time period, I would say is a little bit more difficult. In uni, yes, I remember quite a few things because of the job that I do. I know a lot that I've learned from uni. Not everything, I'm not going to say everything because there's a lot of things in uni that I don't use in my current career. But there are some stuff that I do remember, and maybe the process of learning things, of research and stuff like that I use in my current career right now in terms of uni. But primary school, no.
Barbara says, not one thing at all.
Exactly.
Not one thing.
Exactly.
Like that is, what is that saying about the national curriculum?
It's saying it's rubbish. If I'm
What
just putting
are
it
they
frank.
teaching our children in school, people? Because a lot has changed since we went to school. A lot of us, I mean, some people are older, but a lot has changed in terms of the teaching. Back in my day, they used to teach maths with smile cards,
Yeah, see, no.
not with the blackboard.
I wasn't a part of that generation.
Now, smile cards is a thing where they'll give you the card with the maths on it. Teach yourself. You might as well say, teach yourself. Algebra,
subtraction,
multiplications. You do it. Do it yourself. Smile cards, you know.
See,
Like, what is that all about?
We didn't have that in school. In terms of maths, yeah, I used to hate maths, but there was one teacher that I had that made me like maths. So that's why I believe it really does depend on the teacher you have for that specific subject, whether the information soaks into your brain. Because every week, what used to happen is we had to learn our times tables. Okay, so it will start from 1 to 11, 12.
Yeah.
And each week we had to stand up in the middle of the class and we had a timer, 60 seconds. And every week you would do it. If you get it before the 60 seconds runs out, you pass on to the next number of multiplication. If you didn't, you had to keep learning and doing it. So I feel like, I don't know if it was the pressure, maybe because I work good under pressure, but just the fact that you had to stand up in front of the class and you've got this teacher that's got like the maths equations in front of you with a card, but it's not going in order. So he's just picking any one. And you've got to say the answer in time within those 60 seconds. That made me go hard because I know I don't want to be in the middle of that classroom and not know the answers.
Yep.
The pressure and not be able to move on to the next level. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I don't know if that doesn't work for everyone.
No.
Not everyone works well under pressure.
No.
So it really just depends
on the individual.
Yes.
And I know at this present time, I know an 8-year-old, and she told me that she's very excited to go back to school. I think it was in the half term. She's very excited to go back to school. And I said, oh, why is that then? You know, because I know a lot of children like the holidays and the half terms, you know. Oh, because we've got a task that we have to do, and we have to design an app.
Wow.
And I'm like, you have to do what?
That's good though.
Yeah, design an app. So I know to myself, as much as it sounded a lot for the 8-year-old, because remember she's 8. And I thought, wow, this school is moving with the times. And that's what it's about as well. Because everything is modern technology now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, everything is computers, everything is, you know, you need to know how to use computers, iPads, phones, the lot.
But you know what? That's why I feel like maybe in primary school ages, like I said, from 4 to 10, I don't really feel like we should be, not like we should be in school, but I don't think we should be having exams and stuff. You know, like the SATs.
So do you think that we should be homeschooled?
100% I agree with the homeschooling, because I feel like you learn, you your learning is not capped, it's not limited.
It's not capped, it's not limited, but at the same time, what about social skills and interacting with other children?
But that's the thing. When you're homeschooled, you don't have to necessarily just learn at home. That doesn't mean that you have to learn in the house, in your bedroom. They could be out in the forest. They could be out, do you get what I'm saying, near the Lake District. Do you get what I'm saying, near the rivers, learning geography or doing certain things.
But that's still, but you could be doing that just with your parents.
No, you can be doing it with just your parents. But I'm saying a lot of people that do homeschool either meet up with other children and other parents that homeschool, so they do the groups so they can socialize. I don't feel like socializing it is a big lack in terms of homeschooling, unless you're a parent that literally just lets their child study in their room and that's it. And I don't think homeschooling is just about that, to be fair.
But the thing is, a lot of people that do homeschool, some people may not reach out to other people that homeschool, and they may just feel like homeschool is homeschool. Because remember, we're all different and everybody thinks different.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But I feel like those that choose to homeschool, that is already a big risk. So I feel like it's a high risk. So I feel like they're going that extra mile in terms of everything that child needs when it comes to homeschooling. I don't think they're just, yes, obviously some may just keep them in the room, but I don't feel like they're just doing that because they've made that decision to homeschool their child. They are going that extra mile to teach them different subjects. So when you're doing science, obviously we did the experiments in school in terms of science. I loved science. Geek. I'm a full geek. So yeah, but I feel like our environment is different to those that are homeschooled. They might do an experiment out in the wilderness, whereas we're doing experiments inside the classroom. And then not only that, you've got 30 other children or 29 other children that are learning with you. So you don't have that one-on-one teaching basis, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So there's not much attention. If you feel like, it's not the same saying you can't ask a question in school, but you get more attention when you are homeschooled.
It's one-on-one.
It's more one-on-one.
It's one-on-one. But what about this? You got specialist schools as well. You know, you got children with special needs. And those schools are much smaller than mainstream schools. There's a lot more. There's only like 5, 6 children, probably maybe 7 or 8 to a class. And there's like, four TAs in there. You've got the main teacher, and then you've got TAs.
Which
teachers'
is
assistants.
Yeah.
That are helping in the class. To me, that is more one-on-one.
It is, and that's why I feel like those specialist schools are more similar to homeschooling.
Yes.
Because specialist schools are going to be doing activities that your normal public school, mainstream school is not doing. Do you get what I'm saying? Then they're not necessarily going to go and say, okay, a specialist school might go and take a group of or a class to go bike riding. Yeah. In a mainstream school, you're not doing that. Yeah. You're probably going to get the bike that doesn't move anywhere, the exercise bike within the PE gym, in the gym area. Do you get what I'm saying? They're not actually going to go outside and take all those 30 kids to ride and try and keep them safe at the same time. It's just not happening.
Because as we well know, you know, the children have different levels. Everyone learns at different speeds. Mm-hmm. And with a class with such a great mass of children, there's no way that all those children are going to understand and be able to achieve what the person that learns quicker will achieve. And you have to have a lot of patience as well.
You do.
You know, Benson, what's your opinion? You've been very quiet over there.
Yeah, I have to listen. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you mentioned earlier about homeschooling.
Yes.
Funny enough, it just crossed my mind. how do the kids that have been home taught
Yes.
cope in society against the ones that goes to school? What has their performance level in the outer world in terms of jobs and how they operate, if they do operate differently from the ones that goes to school? Or how much of the population is homeschooled?
That's a good.
And if they have done an investigation to find the variations between the two, to see the difference between them, their coping mechanism, because really being home taught, yes, it can be good in some sense based on the education level of the parent. Now, if some parents are not that educated to a level, then you will have a problem there. So it depends on the how educated that parent
Yes.
is, and what that parent would want to nurture the child with. So all those factors would have to come into play.
But I get what you're saying, but in terms of homeschooling, there's still a guideline into certain curriculums that are taught in the mainstream. They get guidelines as well. It's not just, oh, I'm just going to teach you whatever I know. They have guidelines in terms of homeschooling, and children that are homeschooled, they're normally in a lot of different clubs, brownies, like, do you get what I'm saying? They go to, like, whether it's dance, gymnastics, piano
Well,
lessons.
Brownies like Girl Scouts, isn't
like
it?
Girl Scouts, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. They're in many different clubs, yeah. And I know someone who is, she teaches her children, they're homeschooled, and they are excelling, and they have no problem in social settings. They're confident. Do you get what I'm saying? They're confident in their social settings, and they are with or in different clubs like Brownies or Girl Scouts.
What are they excelling in? That is, what are they excelling?
Majority of their subjects.
But how would that be put to the test if they are not put against a student that is going to school? How would they know
Because
the
they've
child's
still got to
performance?
Because they've still got to follow the
They've still got to
curriculum.
do exams.
But
They
normally-
still have to do it, the same exam as the person in mainstream.
So they send them to do the exam in the school.
Yeah, they do the exam just like the children that go to mainstream school. They just don't learn in a school.
But
Well, like Faith said, she said, I think homeschooling is a good way of teaching your child. You still have to follow the curriculum somewhat, but it's just more organic.
all right, it's more organic. But I need to ask this question then, right?
Right.
When a child is homeschooled, are they allowed to go to any school to do an exam? Because to my understanding, you would have to be a part of the system. So that simply means the school curriculum is open to everyone then.
No, so what they do is it's just like, say for instance, when I did my second degree, when I did my second degree, in certain if I was taking an exam, it wouldn't be in that specific uni that I was at. So they would have a hall where you would have the invigilators and the examiners there, and those children or students will go to that hall and do the same exam as in like the mainstream.
So that's
So you're not going to necessarily the school itself.
So the curriculum is open to each and everyone, even if they're not going to school then.
Yeah.
That's what you're
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
It says here, homeschool students outperform their public school counterparts by 15% to 30% on standardized tests. Homeschooling allows students to advance at their own pace. Up to 24.5 of homeschool children enroll in grads before their age level. the benefits of homeschooling became more apparent over time, and that was just last year.
You see? And that's what I'm saying. I feel like, do you know what it is? In mainstream school, and I was speaking about this earlier, in mainstream school, when you're learning each subject throughout the day, you're only learning like 45 minutes each subject. But when you're homeschooled, you can be taught that subject for a little longer. Do you get what I'm saying?
Going more in depth.
You can go more in depth. And sometimes, you know, like even when we're on the show, just using us as an example, we're on the show. Sometimes it takes 20 minutes for us to really get deep into it and for our brains to start clicking and thinking about different things and delving deeper. Or sometimes it takes 45 minutes. Like we're 45 minutes in the show, and then that's when, you know, what all our brains are going crazy about what we want to say. So I feel like that's how it is in school sometimes, in mainstream schools. I don't feel like they have enough time to be able to delve deep. Or, you know, sometimes it just takes that one word for your brain to click and be like, oh, it's made me think of this. Let me ask this. Does this mean this? But by the time that's happened, the class is over. And you got to go to the next subject.
Yeah.
You got to go to the next class for the next subject. Do you get what I mean? Crazy.
No, sir.
How did I know he's going to say that? Whatever, man.
Yeah.
Would you guys prefer to be homeschooled? That's a good question.
Yeah.
What about you, Benson? You think that you would have been, you know, a different man today because you were homeschooled?
You know what happened? When I sum up all of this, right?
Yes.
With the whole entire school system and stuff. Because that is what I was going to ask. That if whenever anyone goes to school, right?
Yes.
To even high school and university, and if you're a major in a particular subject,
Yes.
does that help you in your work that you're doing now?
What you major in?
Yeah.
Because, be honest with you, right? When we go to school and high school and stuff and them do maths, and them we do algebra and all those things, I never be in the work field yet enough to do an algebra question.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying
see what I
earlier.
say? So there are things wherein if anybody who what they're doing now, what they learn in school, that how much percentage of what you spend that how many years in school, 6, 10, 15 years in school, right?
Yes.
If you're applying it to your work now, how much percentage of what you learn is being used presently?
Probably a very low percent, which is why I was saying that what I learned in uni, I can say yes. How I learned things, research and stuff, it applies in my current career today. Yes, I can say that. But even in uni, not everything I learnt in uni I use today in my everyday life or in my current career. Do you get what I'm saying? There's certain things. There's a percentage of what I learned in uni. Yes, I can say yes. Like if I didn't go uni, I wouldn't know how to read certain things, how to present certain things or whatever. But other things that I learned in uni, I'm not using that now. All I've got to do is look online or get the latest edition of that book and look in that book. Do you get what I'm saying? Or even a book, for instance.
There's so much things that you can do these days. Even the children at school, in order for them to understand something, all they do is look on social media or on the internet.
Exactly. And it also depends on what type of subject that you're majoring in, like what Benson said. It all depends on what career you have. You know, like sometimes you've got careers that are ever evolving. So you always have to keep up. You always have to read books. You always got to look up certain things. And there's careers that are just like tradesmen.
I feel like
careers.
I feel like certain subjects in school, they need to be teaching the children money management.
100%.
how to deal with your money, how to save your money, how to deal with money. Not just the maths part of it. They need to teach the children money management. Yeah, because like how time is changing, all social media is teaching you is to how to spend the money.
But life skills as well, though.
And life skills.
Life skills like washing a plate. I know it sounds so silly
Yeah, because we've got
saying it
dishwasher
out
now.
loud.
Dishwasher.
Yeah, but washing a plate or learning how to cook. Do you get what I'm saying? Washing clothes.
In my
or
school, I had food
hygiene.
technology. Yeah, I had food technology, you know.
Yeah, I had food tech as well.
Yeah,
And and it was great.
I really enjoyed the food tech.
So that means it's better for us to send our kids to a trade then. For them to learn a trade, actually.
Well, that too. Carpentry. Yeah.
What I even look into, right? This is what I calculate at times. When you're 18, right?
Yes.
And you go to university. And if you're going to be a doctor, you would spend 6-7 years, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
6-7 years to be a doctor, right? At the end of the 6-7 years, you will probably ending up owing, if your parents is not rich, you're probably ending up owing 105,000 or 110,000 pounds.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
For tuition fee. Owe that to the government.
Or over that, to be
Or
fair.
over that. Yeah? For the 6-7 years, over 100 grand or more. Now, that is when you're 18. Now, if that child went into electrician or plumbing over the 5-7 years without having a
engineering.
child, or engineering, I'm not going to even say engineering. I'm just going to put it to, say, an electrician, right? Wherein it will take you maybe 3 years to be fully qualified.
Yep.
And during that time of being qualified to be an electrician, you will also be getting paid,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
So if
As an
that
intern.
so if that child is smart, when he is from 18 to say 27, 28, he actually would save 105,000.
Exactly.
More than owe it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the one that goes to trade, he would actually earn
Yes.
more and don't owe anything than the
Yes.
doctor.
Yes. 100%. Just like a lawyer.
So when you calculate it, it's something that when you sit and look on the whole educational system, right? I find it a bit weird. Because even I would make a comparison to China. When a child goes to school in China from the age of 3 to 5, sometimes to 6, they don't do any bookwork, you know.
Exactly. Well, I don't know fully about China, but even
What do
a
they
lot
do?
of other,
What do they
a
do?
lot of other countries.
What do they do then between that time?
They're doing washing. They're doing washing, cleaning up the house, trying to make something,
house
house
skills.
activities or something
Life
around
skills.
life skills. Yeah, from the age of, say,
3 to
from
6.
3 to 6. They don't teach them ABC.
And you know what? That makes sense because when you go on social media, you see some of the Chinese children actually cooking and they look like they're about
Yeah, that's
5.
that's what they do.
5 years old.
Right.
Maybe even younger.
Yeah,
Right.
they teach them to do all sorts
Making
of stuff.
omelette,
Yeah, everything,
cooking. Yeah.
right?
They're
So-
confident with heat.
and it's so different because I like to have a little browse on some things that sometimes people will say it's weird. So I was calculating now with the whole economical crisis, right?
Right.
And how it's a possibility that the US dollar will lose its strength in a couple months' time, right? And
Yes.
yet still they're saying China economy is not as blooming as how we think they are blooming in terms of trade, But yet still, a lot of companies aren't leaving China because of the population. And then there are other companies now where the government has put this restriction on the companies. Now, in saying that, it's that over a period of time, how the time is changing and educational wise, when I was listening to the gentleman, he said, well, I don't have any doubts about China because of how smart they are in terms of they will think of a way how to get themselves out of this situation.
Yes, back on track.
Yeah. And it's all boils down to when they learn how to do certain things, their brain maybe develop different from ours who have been taught from the tender age of 3, 4. Learn your ABC, learn your 2 times stable. You get what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, because I did physics. And the only thing I remember about physics is the Newton law and physics and chemistry.
I loved chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only thing I remember in chemistry class is about phosphorus and nothing else.
And the periodic table.
Yeah.
And
So at the end of the day, in evening working, now, it's majority of the time is common sense over what I didn't
over
even
education.
learn or what I didn't learn in school.
So do you think that it would have changed if the first 10 years of your life you would have just been a child? As in learning, playing, learning through play, learning life skills, and then learning academia and doing exams. Do you feel like that would have made a difference?
Well, to be honest with you, maybe I would enjoy it now, but having a child around me now, I wouldn't want them to have that.
Oh dear.
Ain't it Father's Day?
Go to school.
No, man.
A child is too much of a harder.
Oh, my
You
God.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is there anybody saying anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, Faye.
yeah.
Faye says when you homeschool, you can add your own subjects too. A lot of the time, parents teach their children from birth and they get them at an advanced level for their age. Once they enter the school system, they are dumbed down. I agree. I mean, for instance, again, secondary school, we're learning about Shakespeare, yeah? Now, why am I learning about Shakespeare who spoke and, okay, even though he spoke English, but at that time it was Old English.
It's Old English, yeah.
So why am I learning Old English knowing that I am not going to use it in this time,
In
talking
modern
about ye heard
Yeah.
his thoughts and ye and hear ye. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
It doesn't make sense. We should be learning the now.
What's present?
You know, we should be learning the now. Even in college, I remember telling my lecturer, I said to him, well, I picked history. And I said, why do we learn history? And he said to me, so we don't repeat it, basically. So whatever happened before doesn't happen again. So I asked, why are we not learning Black history then? Do we want slavery to happen again? Then he said to me, Suwaina, you should do a presentation. And I thought to myself, well, hold on. Are you not the teacher that's earning, over 30,000 a year? Why should I now do a presentation to make for your awareness? This should just be in the curriculum. And it's not.
And
we'll always learn specific
We
history.
only get it for a month.
Exactly.
That's all we do. We get it for 1 month and that's it.
You know, when I started to detest English lit early. When they gave me Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn to read. So what happened is, when we had this thing in school wherein one of the guys said he was Tom Sawyer, right? And I said I was Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah.
Right? And I did some naughty thing in the class and I got a whipping. I got punishment. So I said to the teacher, I'm following Tom Sawyer. You get what I mean? But yet still, they are teaching you things wherein if you should react of what the book is saying, you would get a thrashing for it.
Yes,
You get
yes,
me? You
yes.
We learn of
you
mice
get
and men.
detention for it.
Do you think that whipping, because that's another,
They put you in detention.
they put detention.
yeah.
You didn't get licks.
No, they send me around the school to pick up all the trash and stuff like that.
Okay,
and
so
stand up
so
outside for 15 minutes.
so the beating part was before.
With my face facing the wall.
So you had to tidy up the
Yeah.
school grounds with
Yeah.
with your face facing the wall.
Yeah.
How's that gonna work now then?
No, they will tell you, that you're on half an hour or hour detention or don't come back to the class. You get what I mean? And I remember doing Spanish, right? And I don't mean to be rude, but this is exactly what happened, right? I was in Spanish class, and our Spanish teacher, may his soul rest in peace, right? He was a tall man. I'm not going to call his name out of respect. And he had an argument with a classmate of mine because he told him to pronounce a word.
Yes.
He asked me first. And I said to him, Mr. Melbourne, or Mr. Brown, or Mr. Harry. You get what I mean? I can't pronounce that word.
dear.
You get what I mean? So he turned to my friend now and said, pronounce the word. And he was getting so angry because we said we can't pronounce the word because he's telling us to roll our tongues. And I'm telling him my tongue is too heavy, he can't roll. And it was a problem. So the guy said to him, no. All right, Mr. Melbourne, can I ask you a question, sir? Right? He didn't have a good breath. So the guy asked if him stop brushing teeth.
Oh my gosh.
If him
I wasn't
stop-
expecting that.
Yeah, if him stop brush him teeth, if he can speak Spanish good after that.
No, sir.
You know, so the whole school system sometimes when you look into it is
My
like
God.
messed up to some elements of it, or now that the time is moving so fast, if the curriculum should be changed, or should we be encouraging our child or the school for them to learn trades at school.
No, I think learning a trade at school, I feel that is a brilliant idea. But what I don't like is, I mean, me as an adult, when I was in uni, the pressure of knowing that I've got to learn for this exam. My examinations were 3 hours. They were never less. 3 hours or more for what I was studying. So putting that type of pressure on a young child when they're doing their SATs and now there's graduation ceremonies for 5-year-olds. I think it's too much. I don't think we are allowing our children to be children. Mm-hmm. We are not allowing our children to be children.
And this is why there's a lot of rebellion.
So because of the school system?
Absolutely. Absolutely it is because of the school system. Otherwise, there wasn't SATs before. I don't remember doing SATs at 5.
No.
I don't remember doing SATs at 5. I wasn't part of that generation. But maybe my younger sister, she's a part of that generation. So she probably remembers doing SATs at 5. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't remember doing a test, sitting down and doing a test at 5.
5 years old.
That is
It's just
crazy.
too much. It's too
That child
much.
probably has crazy anxiety and is scared because they're thinking, oh, I don't want to fail. They shouldn't be thinking like that already. They should be learning through play. They should be playing because they're children. They should be allowed to express themselves freely because they're children. So then each teacher can see the character of the child and then know what that child might need more help with in what areas. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't feel like teachers. Now, if there's any teachers out there, it's no judgment,
No,
but
it's
I'm
not
talking about
judgment.
even from back in my days, there wasn't a lot of teachers that really loved to be teachers.
The passion.
The passion is not
The
there
passion
anymore.
wasn't there.
And I don't know if it's because it's a reflection of what they're getting financially.
I've never seen so much strikes in my life.
Do you get what I'm saying?
The teacher strikes is ridiculous.
They
I don't understand why the government just pay them whatever, because if this is, this is the reason why they don't have no passion because of pay, then just pay them, please.
Do you think that the education also falls on the parents?
Yes, because I feel like you should enforce homework. If they get homework, at a good age, they've got homework. They should definitely have time to sit down and do their homework. And you should sit there. If they don't understand something, as the parent, you will try and make them understand whatever it is that they're having difficulties in. And if you're having further difficulties as a parent to teach them, you get a tutor.
No, but not just that. I'm saying as in, if you're a parent, do you feel like you should be doing extra work? So not just homework, because
extra work added on.
Yeah, exactly. Homework is set by the school. But I'm saying,
Extra work.
you be giving your child homework from yourself? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, here's a book. This is a great book. I've read this book.
Reading a book, there's nothing
read
wrong
the
with
book. After
books.
the first chapter or first couple of pages, write down what the book, what you got from the book. Do you get what I'm saying? To see if they understand, to see their written work and whether they can put their punctuation in the right places. Do you feel like parents should be doing more of that?
Well, to be honest with you, you see, it's very easy for us to say parents should be doing this and parents should be doing that. But it all depends, because remember, the word parents is not everybody have the privilege of having a mom and a dad around them. And based on the work that the mom has to do or the dad has to do, if they are the one who is looking after the child, it can be frustrated and draining for them also.
Yeah.
So it all depends on a person's circumstances, because we have to take those things into consideration just the same. Because when a person is tired, then comes frustration.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then comes a pot over the head.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and we don't want that to happen.
No.
So it all depends on the circumstances. And you have some people who will go to the end of the world to make sure that their child is much better off and have a better education than them. But when you look into it, the way time is going now, we have to just hope and pray that whatsoever we as parents put into them and nurture them along the way of the path of life, if they continue on that journey. Because so many young youths now who is so educated come from a good home, right? And that is what I think causes a lot of kids to come out school from early and don't have any interest in school, because if they
Truancy.
from the age of 10, right? From the age of 10, let them start to go to a plumbing class, or electrical class, or something interesting. Let them, because at the end of the day, if they do it from the age of 10 and they do it for 2 years and they don't like it, they would have a little experience of that during that age group.
Yeah.
Then they could go on to something else that
Yes.
they like.
Yes.
And then it would change society, because every country who has that sort of system, it becomes beneficial to them years down the road. And I would make mention of the problem that we have when we had the Brexit here. And then it came lock off. Look at how simple it is, where we had a shortfall in lorry drivers. Right?
Okay, yeah.
As simple as that. And as big an island England is, right? And we didn't have enough drivers. If the drivers weren't coming from overseas, we weren't able to fill that market.
Exactly.
You get what I mean? Farmers just the same. Electricians now, all around the world, electricians and plumbers are wanted around the world. Those are the jobs that will never ever go out. those jobs can't
They can't be
they
extinct.
can't be grow old.
Yeah.
No. Welcome aboard, Ace. Well said, Benson. Welcome aboard, Ace.
Hi, Ace.
Welcome to Chill and Spill. Ace says, Ace Montana 88 says, I believe no parent should rely on the school system to educate their child.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. I feel like there
Putting a
needs
lot
to
of pressure onto the school.
Yes, I feel like there
And
needs to be
teachers.
some additional needs. Do you go? I mean, not just additional needs, but there should be some additional learning and studying from the parent. You can't just rely on the school to teach your child, because if they're not learning life skills at school, which we know that they're not, then you need to be teaching that at home. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I spoke to a parent this week actually, and she was saying that her child, who has additional needs, when it's time to do some homework or whatever at home over the weekend, they have a proper mental breakdown because they consider home as the safe space. That's another thing now. You have to try and find a balance, because when you're at school, everybody knows school. The children aren't nice in the school. Yes, we've got the teachers, but I'm talking about the school environment. You know, the children that you're around. A lot
Kids
of them
can be horrible,
they
you
can
know.
be very, very horrible.
Kids can
so
be horrible.
When you're at home now, you feel free, you feel comfortable, you feel relaxed. You know, so sometimes you don't want to mix school with home. That's another problem that you might face.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Paul.
Welcome aboard, Paul.
Paul did it.
Wow, Paul.
Paul says, if I'm being honest, nothing I learned in school stayed with me through life. I would say what I learned as a young adult in college did, and the only reason that is because it was from one of my favorite teachers. There you go.
Ah,
It's all about the teachers.
it is.
If you
Is
you
it a
are,
man or a woman?
get back to us, Paul. Is it a man or a woman?
Yeah.
But even so though, I feel like I had a favorite teacher in
Was that
second-
a man or a woman?
He was a man.
No, man.
He was a man. Yeah. No, he got on my nerves though. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't have a great relationship to begin with. He ended up being my favorite teacher because I realized that he was trying to push me and challenge me for the better. But I didn't like him at first. I hated him. I did not like him, especially because I went to 2 secondary schools. So my first secondary school closed down. So I had to move from year 10 to 11. So I'm around 14. Yeah, 13, 14. No, I'm around 14 going into the last year. So I have had to move school. So in the interview, I was vexed. And I want to tell you, my mum, yeah, she was vexed for about a month because me and my brother, we was acting rude in the interview because I didn't want to move. It was very unfortunate. It was a lot. Basically in my last year, and I've had to move to a completely different school that's learning completely new things. What I learned in the previous school, I did not learn in the school that, I'm grateful now.
That's interesting as well, because you're talking about teachers, but you're saying the teaching, the level of the teaching and what you've learned from the new school, from the old school, was a huge difference.
It was a huge difference.
Did you feel dumb?
No, I could never feel dumb. I can't lie.
No, sir.
Me feel dumb? No, I
Are
could
you
never. Could never feel dumb. No, I just feel like I was intelligent enough to catch on quick. That's it. Like maybe someone else might have felt that. Do you get what I'm saying? But I was intelligent enough to catch on quick, but it was still hard because again they were doing like completely different things. The first school I went to, they did not care. They did not care. Sometimes we wouldn't even have lessons. But because I begged my mum, please, I want to go to this school. My friends are going to this school. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I went to that school. But when I actually check it, I didn't learn nothing in that school. It's only until I got to my secondary school that I actually learned something and came out with some great results.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Thank God is good.
Thank God is good. But yeah, no, it just, I feel like it just depends. It depends on the school. It depends how you're challenged. Welcome aboard, Michelle.
Welcome aboard.
Hi, Michelle. Michelle says, I always noticed children that came from overseas were way ahead of the class in terms of intellect. One of the children used to say to me that what we were learning, they learnt in primary school. I'm not going to lie.
Wow.
I agree, Michelle.
Yeah,
I
the
agree.
people from overseas, their teaching is definitely better.
Ace, why you try Ace?
Ace is like, name the school.
Ace is trying to...
What?
Why
Name
are you
the
trying to
school,
out me, Ace? I'm going to name the school because the school is not what it... I mean, the school's there now, but it's an academy now. It's a whole new school. But the school was Kingsland, okay? Kingsland Secondary School.
Which is now Petchy.
Yeah, is it Petchy now?
Yeah, it's Petchy.
Yeah.
It's the Petchy Academy.
Yes. Kingsland Secondary School, I learned nothing. I'm not going to lie, I had the most fun. Yes, I did. We had water fights. The whole school and building would be dripping of water. It was crazy up in there, okay? Like, you had to have tough skin, because if you didn't have tough skin, you'd be barling in the corner every day. Do you get what I'm saying? It was just a rough school. Like, it really was. But, thank God, it did close. And my mum put me in the school that she originally wanted me to go to. And again, I came out with great results.
And another thing is, do you think that mixed schools or same-sex schools? What do
Mixed, 100%.
Benson?
No, sir.
Why? Why?
More than like for go on all girls school.
No, but you can't
No,
go
but you
there.
can't go
Why?
to... Because you're not a girl.
Why? So them have male teacher. Them not have no male teacher. That me telling you say system trick we again.
Did they have male teachers in all-girls
you mean?
school?
Of course they do.
I
Oh, you
don't
mean?
know. I didn't
I
go
went
to
to
No
an
male-
all-girls school, and
them-
yes, they do.
And it when them have all girls school, no male not supposed to do that. The security guard, the gardener, anybody, no male not supposed to do that, none at all. And they must not have a principal. That is a male. So them do that for trick because if it's all girls school, no man not supposed to do that, none at all. No, it's true.
Yeah, but see, with the all-girls school, yeah, they were hungry for the man them.
No, but
No, they were because they didn't have boys in their
They
their
go and
school
look for the boys'
or their
school.
class. They would make an extra effort to go and link the boys' school down the road. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas when you're mixed, when you're learning with
You don't
mixed,
have to look for the
you
boys.
don't care. They annoy you. The boys are just like, ugh, they get on my nerves. Like, you're not saying you're not interested in them, but you don't really care as much as the girls that just went to girls' school. The girls that I know went to girls' school. EGA.
no man, nah,
Settle
like,
down.
you know, say a long time. The system, a trickery.
Oh, here we go.
No, it's true.
No, really. What now?
When you really look into it, still look into it. All girls, and the principal is a male, and yet still you have a male, a teacher class. It's not supposed to be that way.
I get what you're saying.
So you're saying that if
Yeah.
you're going to an all-female school,
Yeah.
no males are supposed to be there
No.
at all.
and vice
No.
versa. Then if
And
it's an
vice
all-boys
versa.
school,
Yeah.
no
females
female
should be
teachers.
teaching.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
What?
No, but so why them say all girls or all
The
males?
students.
No,
They're
no,
talking
no.
about the
Them,
students.
it's figure right across the board. That's how again them tricky. Them unfair, them for split it fair. Because
Nah,
if
man.
me have a all girls school, right?
You're not having no male teachers. Only you.
No. If me own the school,
Okay.
may I
You
get
won't
a-
be there, but you're gonna only hire
yeah,
female.
all females. Because when you look into it, people, if look into it now and realize that, to me, that is like them trick we in a sense that way. And them trick we in a sense that you said earlier on, Nubian, when you mentioned about finances,
Yes.
that is another thing that I was reading this thing where when the school system was implemented,
Yes.
the main reason why they didn't even put that in the curriculum, because too much smart people would be about. You wouldn't have no poor persons.
Yes.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So that is another trick when you look into it again. Why you think them do that? Why now, over a period of time, for the last 10 years, the curriculum should have been changed to match up with the time.
I agree.
100%.
So the curriculum must keep changing to keep
Right.
up with the time.
Right, it
Yes.
should, but it doesn't though.
No.
Especially like when I was in school, we were still learning a lot of the things that they were teaching probably like 20 years ago. We shouldn't be learning what they were teaching 20 years ago. We should be learning a whole new era, if you get what I'm saying. It should be a whole new era. Welcome aboard, Brenda. Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. Welcome aboard to Chill and Spill.
Brenda says, I was homeschooled and I feel like it made a huge difference. Sorry, let me start that again. Brenda says, I was homeschooled and I feel like it made a huge difference. Subjects I was taught at home, I would have never learnt in school. See? There you go.
There you
Brenda
go.
had a wide range of subjects that she probably would not have been able to learn if she was in mainstream school.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You could teach your children about Black history all throughout the year, not just a month.
And not just that though, just like it's
Yeah, there's
just
other stuff. You can
all
add
different
things.
subjects.
You can
innit?
add. You can
it's
add
about
things.
seeing.
That's
It's-
right.
Right.
Yeah, why people always teach them Black history?
It's
Why?
not just about Black history. That's what I'm trying to say.
Why?
It's about
Why
every
though?
other
I
subject.
knew that would trigger Benson.
Huh? No, man, ask
That's a
that.
trigger.
Yeah, why?
Even Christine said from for me a very low percent, if any at all. So
Very low. See?
nothing has nothing has stayed with her in terms of that, and that's why I was saying the same thing.
No, the
Nothing
thing
has
is, yeah,
stayed
Benson,
with me.
What I'm saying is, it's not that we always sing about Black history, but all nationalities know their history.
Yes.
So what is
100%.
wrong with it? What is wrong with our children knowing the history? We're not dwelling on it.
No,
No.
they know their culture and they know their history. And if there was to
All
be asked a
nationalities.
question, yes, if there was to be asked a question, they will know how to answer it. Whereas in certain, not all, certain parts of the Black community don't know about their history and don't know how to answer certain questions. And they just don't know because they're not taught it.
So would you teach your children Black history?
Me?
Yes.
No, sir. No time for that.
Oh dear.
I would.
No, because Mama says something to you. This is, you know that some people, you look into it in some level of things, eh? You know that history,
That's what it should be. Just history. That's it.
it hurt people.
Yeah, but
You know that history, not only Black history,
Yes, all history.
we're talking for all nation, all generation, whatever, in every culture. You understand?
It's painful.
It's very painful. You have some people who live in some places, when them go back and if them check the history and realize what somehow other countries treated them over a period of time, it bring hatred.
yeah, it does. But when you're talking about history, it's like your
No.
mind is limited. You're just thinking about
The bad
the
stuff.
negative
No.
part of history.
So which
Well,
part
so when
of-
we're talking about black history,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
not necessarily talking about slavery.
But here what
I'm
happened?
talking about
which
all
part
the
of Black
achieve-
history were we are going to look at that it don't entail slavery in it?
We've
Which
got
part?
a lot of inventors.
Yeah,
of
but
course, we've got kings,
you go upon the
queens, we've got inventors.
yeah, but
Yes.
the inventors, what happened to them? Nobody no give them no credit. We only know about them. You ever hear nobody come
Yes,
out loud and
but
talk?
what I'm saying
talk
is
about
just
them?
knowing about them can
Yeah.
give your child the inspiration to know in their head
No,
that
sir.
they can achieve anything
Yeah,
without just you
You
saying,
know,
"Oh yeah, you can
inspire
achieve
we. Oh, we
anything."
inspire we when our next race come take it away from we. Advance on it. The black man when they didn't find the stoplight, he never invent a camera upon it. Nobody not talk say is a black man invent a camera or the stoplight
Or the phone,
or
or the
the phone
wheel.
Or the lift.
and wherever it is and the lift
And the
or
phones.
wherever it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but they don't talk about it for a reason, which is why we should talk about it. That's what I'm saying.
but it create anger. That is what I'm saying.
No, but I'm
I
not
think it
saying.
depends
That
on
is-
I
that
think
is-
it
delivery.
depends. Yeah, it depends on the
It's no-
delivery. Obviously,
if you remember, that is why. Look at it when some people from some other parts of the world will always have hatred for some other countries because what them do to them.
yes.
And over a period of time, if you realize you can count, on your hand, that majority of the countries them have hatred because of what the other countries do for them. Now, with me, if you go take time now, put that in a my child or whatever, right? Sometimes me see a trigger point the other day, me I watch a criminal sentence a youth, a white youth drive down in a county in America and shoot up some black people. And you know what? When them investigated, me I read the other part of it, and because of what him say happened in the past. Sometimes history hurt. There's no part of history where black history should go back and it don't have a hatred because anywhere you bring it, we still are going to realize that there's so much things that have been taken from us where we don't get any credit from.
Yes, but there was also thousands of years where we were succeeding. There was like, I think I was spoken about this the other day. There was this picture, and it's of a little black girl, and there's this two white children next to the black girl, and automatically you looked at the picture. For a split second, you thought that the black girl was slaves. But when you look into it, the black girl has pearls on,
Was
has
royalty.
a dress, and all these things. And it was the white children that were actually the slaves, and not the black child. But I'm saying, because of what we're taught when it comes to our history, you see a picture like that, you're not even gonna study it straight away. You're gonna say, "Oh, that black child, it must come from slavery." Do you get what I'm saying? You're never going to think, "Oh, it was the white children that were slavery," because of what you're taught. So what I'm saying is teach the other part of and the other side of history.
Not just the
the bad bits. There's good and bad in everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We can't run from bad.
No.
There's good and bad in everything. There's good and bad in everyone. Yeah, we are a human race. Yeah, because to me,
no time
color
for
shouldn't
that.
even come in it. We're a human race.
Me, I teach my child them to
Oh,
make
dear.
up a fire and learn to cook and survive. Figure survive because that the time I come to them time there. Me no have no time to tell them about no black history. You look back into it. No, why you think me taught this way when it come to them part there? Ages ago, when the Romans and all those persons rule. You know that there was a black king in England years ago.
Yes.
Seen and what happened? Who talk about him? He not do nothing to we. He not do nothing to me. I don't want to hear about no black history.
But it
Me not
also
have
depends.
no time at all.
It
If
depends
I
on
tell
what
my kids
country you're
them.
brought up in as well.
Them have some
I
countries.
think it depends on
I
who
told me
you.
not really want to call the countries them name. When them hate some other countries like nothing. You can't tell them the people there about some other countries. History bring hatred.
Yes,
Me
but I
looking
thought
forward.
it's only until you go out there and you learn for yourself, yeah, or you are taught from a young age the differences. 100%. The countries that you're talking about, just say that person could grow up in that country and learn that, because hate,
Yeah.
you can't. You're not born with hate. You
No.
learn it. Yeah.
No, man,
You
no.
It's
learn
so much
hate.
easier.
But here what happened? Let me
It's
say
so much
something.
easier to hate than love.
We we all are from maybe have some Jamaica part of us, yeah? Look into it, how history messed up and make you feel angry. Now, these people upon the island of Jamaica, right?
Yes.
And see the ship, right?
Mm.
Come in to invade the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
When them look, is Mr. Columbus. And all them talk about Columbus.
Oh my God.
When you look back into history, right? Them hardly talk about the Arawaks that were there.
Yes. Yes, the
Agreed.
Arawaks.
Them,
Yes, I
yeah,
agree.
and all them people there. So where history, may I teach my kids them to survive to
But-
how time is going now.
But don't you
Black
think you
history
should
now have
break
none.
that
No,
barrier though?
no
because
barrier,
they're
no,
not
they're
getting
breaking
taught
them.
about the Arawaks. You
No.
should teach them about the
Them no need
Arawaks.
to know about that.
And why is it that
The more I make them make some up and all them.
I know we're straight
We
off the
don't have
topic.
time.
We're just a
No,
little bit. We're straight
no,
off the topic.
It's not straight.
Okay.
Because
No,
you
I
still
don't
have
think
All
we
right,
should.
well that's good because what I want to say is, why does everyone, all the Caribbean islands or whatever, on all black people, like to say that then Africa is not part of them?
Africa
that's-
no part of me, you know.
I think that's very silly.
Me no a part of Africa. Me no a part of Africa.
Our ancestors are African.
That a for them business. Me no a part of it.
Of course.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
In your opinion, that may I tell you, sir, when it come to history and all them something there, that is the dictatorship we want to try to put from people.
Do you know what? Yeah.
You see the people them we read enough, make we whole we believe for what we believe. If we not read 5 books, we read 2. Me no a part of Africa. Me no a part of it.
If you was to
If
do your
my
DNA,
me no want the DNA for what? Me have time to go to that?
I'm
when we
just
can't
saying,
go
if you
buy-
was to do your DNA,
You know how
you
much
probably
pair of
find a
shoes me
Caucasian
coulda got-
person up in there.
You know how much
Do you know
pair
what
of
I'm
shoes
saying?
me could have buy if me look up in them and myself. We could pay money for DNA if you find out where me I come from. Me know where me I come from. 9 hours away on the plane.
Oh God.
Jamaica. Me no need to go no further than that. That no have nothing to do with me.
Oh
when
my
my
God.
ancestors go through,
My
or
grandmother
whatever.
used to just say the same thing.
But
my
I no
grandma,
lie, me no have
my
nothing to
grandma
do with
said,
me.
me
No,
not,
sir.
me
No, it's true.
But it's
me
not
not-
true.
It's not true in your eyes, but it's the truth to me. You try convince me and say we not stay here until tomorrow.
I'm
for
not
the
trying to
show.
convince you of
Because-
anything.
No.
I'm just telling you the
Me not
facts.
a part of that
I'm
bit.
telling you the facts.
No, sir, me not a part of that bit.
But what's
That
so,
at them.
what's so bad about that though?
It's nothing bad, but I'm not a part of that. That never have nothing to do with me. Me never born there. Me go as far as to my mother.
That's it.
Yeah, and when me ask my mother where my mother come from, Jamaica. And my grandmother, I think one of them said them come from must say Ireland. And me say by the time if I reach there, one must say him come from Japan or China somewhere. Me say me can't bother with that. Me not have time for that again. No, sir, me not have time for them things.
Mana General.
No,
Man-
sir. Me not have time, sir.
Man General,
Them things.
what's going on, man? Welcome aboard. Welcome to Chill and Spill.
You know how much time that take?
Oh dear.
When me could have even did it now, me I go sit down with my kids them now. Today lessons is Black History. No, sir. When me could have did it, I teach them then 12 times table. Or something like that, or some algebra.
But you
or
can
something.
teach them that as
As
well.
well.
You're
No,
acting
no.
like it's
Me
you're
not have
acting like
the
you're
time.
only gonna pick one subject.
I want to know what Black History is going to benefit this generation of youths coming up.
A lot of this generation of youths don't even
All right.
know who they are.
Let
They
me-
don't even know if they can achieve certain things. Some of them do.
But is
Some of
not
them
history.
do, but some of them don't even know who they are and where they come from. They say that when you know where you come from, you know where you're
Should
going.
we say England or Jamaica?
When you know where you come from, you know where you're going. Yeah.
There's so much something that is more
Well,
important.
Ace, what did Ace say?
Ace is laughing. Ace is busting up. Ace says Caribbean independence is real.
It's real.
Is real. Sorry, we are way too proud of where we've come from.
Yeah.
Exactly. Independence.
Yeah.
From slavery.
That's right.
Okay.
That's where independence comes
Okay. Exactly.
from. Faye
Where were the
says,
first slaves? Africa.
Faye says, and they sent most rebellious African slaves to Jamaica.
Exactly.
And that are the part of history too. But I read the next book and the book tell me so that wasn't true. Me read the next book. That is what is written into majority of the books. I'm read the next book and it says that is not true.
So it's
And
not all
that's
rebellious
but
ones.
that's
No.
no, maybe not. It's not all rebellious ones, but I'm just saying there were slaves that were taken to Jamaica. Yes, we can say that is facts.
You see, that is how history come and confuse we. And we could find ourselves in an argument with each other. Because when we read a book, slaves went to Barbados. The people them never know the direction where they were going at that time because them compass wasn't as straight as that. The ship that they had said with the rebellious people, yeah, it never really end up at Jamaica.
So where did it end up? Barbados, you're saying?
I don't know where them end up.
Right, what, Jamaica?
Me no get to read that part of the book. So me love the show this evening.
No, sir. Don't give me joke.
No, it's true.
Oh my
Alright.
gosh, you're so funny.
No, I don't know funny thing. But look
No,
how,
but come
look how
on
the
now.
whole thing.
You're
tricky.
trying to say you read a whole,
Alright.
nearly a whole book before the
You want me
show.
to say? You want me to say to you?
No, sir.
The whole of them thing
No,
here.
sir.
And education, or whatever it is, me revert back to, even when it come down to the Bible, right? When it come down to the Bible and when me realize that the amount of books that they have in the Bible now
Yes.
is more books, right? Now, one of the book that was missing from the Bible, the other
Yes.
part, the Maccabee, then that book became illegal. So look at it and how many truth that was hidden from us.
Yes,
'Cause
you got to pick the sense from the nonsense.
This week is because of the show this morning, because I heard that there's a place in Tottenham that has the next part of the Bible. Yeah? And I was supposed to go there today, yesterday, Saturday, right?
We need that book.
I have a small book of the Maccabee, right? Which they're telling us the other books that were found.
Happy
And
Happy
there's-
Father's Day, Man General.
Happy Father's Day,
I'm
Manager
very sorry that I
General.
never get to say it. Happy Father's Day, and he said Happy Father's Day to you, Benson.
Happy Father's Day, Man and General. Enough respect and bless up yourself, and I hope you all get the treatment.
He's
better than
enjoying
what me
it.
I
He's
get.
really enjoying his day, he
Yeah.
said. Fantastic.
So, from me, did hear about this book and me get curious about it, more and find out about it. So next Saturday, I'm going to try to find the place where them said them have it at Tottenham.
Oh, he said he
Please.
wants to know the topic today. The topic today, sorry, Benson, to cut you, apologies. Man General, the topic today is about the system, how they teach our children in the schools. You know, do you remember anything that you was taught in school?
Yes. Answer that question, Manager
Yes.
General.
Do you remember anything? Big up yourself, Antonio.
Hi,
Big up
Antonio.
yourself. Welcome aboard. He's in the camp, jerking chicken and making festival. Well,
I want some.
that's very lovely to know.
One thing I want to know about black history. One number thing. I'm always satisfied.
What's that?
What?
The first person who make rice and peas and fried chicken. That's all me interested in.
Well, apparently rice and peas actually comes from the African culture, and it was passed down to the Caribbeans.
So Africans learn first to fry chicken?
I didn't say fried chicken. You know, I said rice and peas.
So
You
the
said
fried
rice
chicken.
and peas.
Yeah.
I was referring to the
No,
rice
sir.
and peas. I didn't say fried chicken. You know. Okay, don't try. Don't mix me.
I want to know who.
Don't mix me.
That's all me
Yeah.
interested in.
Manager General, answer the question, innit? Answer the question.
That's all
Yeah.
me interested in.
Do you remember anything you learned in school?
man.
High school going down.
What is
Yeah?
wrong
Do
with
you remember
Benson?
anything you learned in
lie.
school? And
So
do
the
you
thing
use it
is,
in your everyday
what I
life?
want to know is,
Yeah.
once you find out
Yeah.
where the rice and peas, we know the rice and peas comes from now, but
Yeah.
the fried chicken,
Yeah. And
are you still going to enjoy it?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, you're not going to
be.
be upset if it's
No.
not Jamaican.
No, me no go be upset. Me no upset with Africans. Me love Africans. I have a lot of Africans friends.
No, so
But
what?
I'm just saying that when people say you're a descendant from Africa, no come to me with that. Me is a descendant from Jamaica. But me would have liked to know the first person who the rice and peas with fried chicken and tomato sauce.
Manager General says he remembers what he was taught in school.
And
Okay.
him use
Wow.
It now,
Okay.
Use it now in
Do you use? Do you?
in work?
Yeah.
In his work?
Say it again, Benson.
Do you use it in your day-to-day work now, what you learn in high school?
We want to know, please,
Yeah, we want to know
because you're the only one that remembers.
not we, but I definitely said no. Maybe in my uni years, going to university, yes, I remember that. But anything younger than that,
And yep. And then we went on to homeschooling. Do you think that homeschooling is better than mainstream public school? Do you think that it would be better for your children to do so? And if you do, why? These are the things that we're talking about. Hence why we started talking about the Black history. Because Benson doesn't believe that we should teach our children Black history because a lot of it it brings pain. So, there's no point of really teaching them that.
No one who want to do it, but I'm not doing it.
No, that's what I'm saying. He personally is not going to do it.
No. Me not have no time for it. Them have to go learn that man, them own a card. To be honest. All them need to know them grandmother, where them grandmother and them grandfather and them great grandmother, where them from, man, where if them bury this place, if them not dead yet or wherever it is.
well, I've
And
looked
then
on
something there.
Google.
Hang on a
Yeah.
minute. Welcome aboard. Is it Tamahalia?
Somalia.
Tamalia. Welcome aboard, Tamalia. Welcome aboard. Welcome to
Blessings,
Chellingsfield. Blessings.
blessings. Well, I've Googled.
Yeah.
Now, I do not know if this is a reliable source.
Oh.
I'm just saying, this is what comes up on
Allegedly.
Google. Yeah. It says the origin of fried chicken in the southern states of America has been traced to the precedents in Scottish and West African cuisine.
All right.
Scottish.
Yeah. But
Scottish fried chicken was cooked in fat with seasonings, and West African fried chicken added different seasonings and was battered and cooked in palm oil. Just saying.
all right, them put that. No, you know when I look, man, more than want to know the person, as I tell you. And who do the gravy, the sauce, with the ketchup sauce and knows that them combination they got you together. Now when it
No,
comes to
they
KFC,
probably.
hold on.
Okay, go on. Sorry, go on.
This is one another thing when we realize with history. Look how painful it is. KFC, yeah.
Oh
know,
my
sir,
gosh, you almost made me
you know-
choke on my drink. Oh my God.
No, sir.
No, you know, sir. Me I gotta tell you why me know that some things in our history hurt. The first one, who do fried chicken, and sell it to KFC. You know she broke in and no money at all.
Yeah.
The woman who
Yeah, I
do
know.
it first and sell it. Now look into it and who it was. It was a black woman.
Yes, it was.
And what she sell KFC for, she couldn't even buy a veranda for your house.
I'm not
So
laughing
look
at that, but it's just the way he's
No,
talking.
I got a minute. No, I'm
No,
not
it's
laughing at
true.
you, Benson. I'm laughing at what
Me no
Antonio
mind
said.
people always laugh after me.
No. What he said.
Yeah.
Before he finished. We got a call.
We got a caller. Hello.
Hi, ladies
Hi.
and gentlemen.
Hello, Antonio.
Hello, this is Manager General.
Oh,
Don't mix
Manager
me up.
General. Oh,
I don't
dear.
know why should Antonio,
mix
you know?
me.
Don't mix me.
Because I knew it was Brother General. I knew.
All right.
Zuz knew. Don't worry.
Jeez, boy. You all right, Manager General? Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, sir.
Thank you very much.
I-
Yes, bro.
Are you enjoying
Might make
yourself?
Antonio, might make Antonio take offense, so you call him Manager General Antonio for the program. Yeah.
Welcome, my African descendant brother.
Hey. Listen, me now. No ask a question a while ago about what we remember from
High school.
school days.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, we all are gonna remember the basic. We not really bring everything to everyday life, but I mean certain things when it become necessary, then we remember certain things because at the end of the day, the things that we bring with we throughout life, we learn it from somewhere.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we know say some of the things them are through schooling, but like me say, and a lot of the things them where we might have put them is just like, for example, we did go school if you go study if you become a doctor. But at the end of the day, when we finish school, it's a whole U-turn we making and go and do something totally different from where we did go.
Exactly.
Spend all this money, go to college and the whole 9 years to go learn a totally different something.
Yes.
To come out, come do. So, sometimes we really, like we stick to.
Exactly.
We never really stick to this stuff that we did go school for. So why this one pursue later on in our life, you understand?
Yes.
That's why it's
So-
important that if you do decide to go to university and take up a major, it's something that
Yeah.
you're really passionate in. Because if you're not passionate,
Yeah,
you
it's just a waste of time.
It's just a waste of time and it's
And
a waste
money.
of money.
No,
course. Of
no,
course.
no, no, no,
It's
no.
not a
You
waste
don't
of time
agree?
of money.
No. The problem that you will find, it's not a waste of time. The problem is that when you graduate from university, is to find a job. No, this is the thing that how the system to me has tricked us. Remember, nobody that leaves university, right,
Has experience.
Has experience.
Yes.
And you're asking for the person to have 5 years of
Yeah, true.
experience.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that
It
that
no-
is
it
very
no make
true.
no sense.
So why? How would that person now fit into the job? You will get that job. So why you find that a lot of persons now that come out of high school is unemployed for a long period of time. Luckily, for those who find a job, and then that is the time
No,
they have to
luckily,
go to something
luckily
else.
for those,
that
luckily
gets
for
a job.
those who know some, luckily for those who know somebody that knows somebody in that
Exactly.
workplace.
Yes,
True.
that's very
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
Always who you
Exactly.
That's
know.
very
Yeah, man.
true. And do you know
Yeah,
what?
majority of the time,
It's
that's how it is.
and you're both right, to be fair, because when I was in uni, literally in my first degree, I was the only person that was doing work experience in my first year, because I knew that once I
Yeah.
finished this degree, they're gonna ask me for work experience, and what am I gonna do?
Exactly.
So I made sure I was working during the week while
And
I was
studying.
studying at the
Yeah.
same time, so I could build my experience, and that's played a big advantage for my career and what I do now.
Exactly.
But not
Of
everybody.
course.
Not everybody does that though.
It's just like when me finish high school, my father decided say me need to learn one trade, and then besides say a mechanic them want me to go do. And when me look at when me go do the mechanic, me I say this I don't take my hand them too much. Me want work with the thing up.
No, sir.
When me look the first time I go one practical class, mechanic class, and me look at my fingernail them, me say this not gonna work out for me now. In my head, my father tell me, boy, me must go do mechanic. And me I tell myself, say, a soldier me want to become. Me no want to go do no mechanic. Cause this I got to dirty me up too much. I mean, I like to dirty, you know.
When you say you're clean and
Yeah,
fresh.
me just, yes, in the back of my head, me I say, a soldier me want to know why my father forced me to go do mechanic work where I got to dirty me up. And me not depend that.
Was
So
you,
basically I go to school. Me go to school to go do mechanic, and it's like me just a carry out a motion because my father send me go to school. So me just do it that day. So, but in the back of my head, me know say I know that me want. Me know what me want.
yes.
Yes.
So
And
did
sometimes that's why enough of our kids turn out the wrong way too, because sometimes because Master John pick me a doctor and Master John pick me a lawyer. We want
yeah.
Ah, yes.
a lawyer too. And force the pick me them, but them
It's
now
true.
go.
Yeah.
No matter if in the back of them head, they know so they not gonna learn nothing, but they just carry out the motion because them parents are pay for it.
Yes, exactly.
You understand? So sometimes we have to be careful of the things that we put on our kids them. So just like back to the African argument now. No, you see for me and my kids them,
Yes.
me not go force my kids them to go learn nothing about no Africa. Right now me live in a day and age where me just a live for make sure say me kids them all right, and I'm trying to put them on the right path. Me I try open up businesses so that if me dead tomorrow morning, my kids them can run business. Me no business, but no Africa. God bless Africa. I love Africa. I'm not gonna force myself, my kids them to go learn nothing about no Africa. If they want to learn it, up to them. What me want my kids them to do, I live a good, clean life. Have manners and respect to people out the road. Me not worry myself about which part me I come from. Like Marlon said, at Jamaica me born and grow. At Jamaica me know about.
Okay,
That is
so
my home
what about
until death.
all right, Manager General. So what about the schooling part when it comes to your children? Are you happy with them going to school, or would you prefer them to be homeschooled? Are you happy with what they're being taught?
Yes. I rather them going to school because I want my kids to go out and socialize with other kids and the homeschool thing, like for me, it make kids, it kind of make them too, like, you take them away from certain things. You want your kids to learn how to go take a taxi to go school. You want him to socialize more. Because when people they home, sometimes all them do them dip on the internet and them just the things them kids do nowadays. You want the people them to go out there, to go learn how to monitor themselves in this world. My kids them, me have a niece, and my niece go to primary school, high school, go sixth farm, and never take a taxi from the day she go to school yet,
Wow.
Because my stepmother decides say Saturday can't take no taxi go to school. And me I say no. Right now, my son at 12-year-old, he might take taxi go to school about 2 years now by himself. Because that's something I want him to can manage.
Yeah.
You understand what I say? So sometimes when we shelter the kids them, me just feel anything them sometimes when we worry about for the kids them are some things where not really necessary and I'm gonna bring them go nowhere in a life neither too, We have to focus on the more important things them, like me say. Try to start a business that you can, say, you start bringing your picnic them in the business, make them learn how this run, know how to do this, know how to do that. Instead of them have to go out the road and a slave for people, them can take up daddy because I'm a father, own this, My daddy dead less this, so I can run a business now for myself or me and my brother and my sister. I have that business that my father dead left.
Yeah.
You understand? Sometimes the things that we worry about, like, me don't know, me have some friend where every day they might tell me, say, boy, we are African, we have to go back. Me say, go back to Africa. I want to go visit Africa. But me not go to Africa go live.
Yeah.
No, anytime I decide to leave America, right back to Jamaica, me I go. Jamaica my home.
Yes.
Me not go live in Africa. Like me say, me we go visit. And I me love African, me love Africa, me love the whole culture. But
Yes.
it's not my home. Jamaica is my home.
Yes.
Big up and enough respect to the Africans them and as black people, me love just the thought of it. Say African. When me think about Africa, me think about me as a black man.
Yeah.
But no, brother, me not go force them something I don't my kids them throat and me not go bust my brain over it. Me just live till Father God decides say me time come, me gone like that. Me just want to live a good clean life and set a good example for me youth them can follow later on in a life. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Do you think that the schools should teach more life skills and business and money management in schools instead of sticking to this curriculum?
But you see, no, look here, them now go teach you that. We wouldn't want that to happen, but that now go happen,
Never.
No, never.
Yeah.
No, we would have never live this. That
They want people in debt.
If they start teach that, then people not gonna need them no more. The system set it like that.
Yes.
That will never happen in no school. You understand? Yes, we wouldn't want that to happen. Yes, that's why, like what I say, at them little things that we need to teach with kids them. Drive it down in their head. At least you need to know, because at the end of the day, you could have got 40 degrees and 40 bachelors, and at the end of the day, it all boiled down to you try to get the bachelor's degree and all of the associate degrees for one reason, to come make money.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
And the first money
At the end of the day, that it boiled down to.
the first money where you make your hold, you have to pay back.
Okay.
If your parents
Alright.
know which.
Yep.
That's why
Thank
me more in my head, me not lie, to the way how me see the world going now, me more if I teach my kids them survival skills.
Of course.
You
And that you
understand?
have to do.
Yeah,
Because things get worse in our life, Marlon, and that's how we have
exactly.
to teach the pitney them how them
Exactly.
to survive. Because
Oh,
it's
for
not going
survive.
to get any better.
Me tell you something,
Pitney
brother.
you go hold student loan. You go work 10 years out of your career if you pay back student loan. How that makes sense? What you
Yes.
go save for yourself?
Yeah,
You want to
it's
start
true.
your family? What you gonna have for your family when you start? You done school 15 years and still pay student loan. That don't make no sense.
No,
Yeah.
none at all.
It's true.
No, it don't make no sense. Teach you pitney them like we say business management, how to deal with finances. That them is something that you want your pitney them to learn. Don't show them how to manage and cherish money, because at the end of the day, you might sad if you say this, but we can't live without the money, so we have to cherish the money. We have to know how to balance money. And them something that we need to teach with kids them. No make the pitney feel like say every time you go to the road and you see one candy, you must go buy. Put on a $20 or so and see how you can flip that $20. Because if you got $1 million in the bank and I have $1,000 turning, no, you tell me how that benefit you, because $1 million in a bank is just $1 million in the bank. If I have $1,000 turning over, that can be many millions.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
but
you know what?
you
Like,
only have the money in the bank for your time, because them money are set up the way when them want lock off that the money them lock it off. Me more at
But
because it's like, remember, we are ending a era now, of
Yeah.
totally control,
yes,
and a total mindset. So for
Yes.
me and you now, and people of our age group, enough time when me talk, people laugh. Because we did
Yeah.
predict everything what go on, what go come on and reach. So you see,
Yes.
next 10, 15 years, we don't have access. Them tell we already.
Yeah.
We're not going to have access
To our
to
banks.
the bank them. So what
No.
happened in the same interim? We put we mind and train with kids in survival
Yes.
mode.
Yes.
How me see how life is. I'm happy for where I was brought up and the way I was
Yes.
brought up and observe. And this is what some of the parents them don't do, where them don't get them kids involved. And that is why it's very, very important for men to be in their kids' life. Because
Yes.
the ladies them would do it to do it chore, but the man them would teach them one and two things. I remember clearly, a hurricane strike came on and there was no electricity, no water, nothing.
Yes.
And would you believe me that in my garage, I fed about 5 to 6 street where everybody come there for tea because they couldn't make
Yeah.
a wood fire.
Yeah.
The man them could not make a wood fire.
That's
Just
sad,
a
brother.
wood fire.
It's
You
sad.
understand? They didn't even
Yeah,
know that
man.
you could cook rice in plastic bag.
Yes. Never know, so you
So-
could have cut a grapefruit and boil an egg in
And
it.
boil an egg. So survival
Yeah.
mode. You have to
Yeah,
think,
man.
because that is how I was speaking to my daughter, and I said, you know what I want you to do? I said, I want you to learn taekwondo or martial arts or whatever. And she said, why,
Yes.
Dad? I said, that is how the streets is now. Even though
And
they
me
are
tell me
there,
that them the same thing in a Marlon.
Yeah.
they have to. That is the way
Yes.
we are to be thinking in my head.
Yes.
I don't have no time to tell them about no African history. I
No,
don't.
brother. You're right, man.
Survival mode.
no, what do you know what? I can't lie. I did martial arts when
Alright.
I was young,
Yeah.
and it did
But
help
even
me.
look into it now.
The best,
Just-
me always tell myself, say the best decision I ever make in my life was when me go join the army, because when me join the army, it teach me so much, like you say, about survival, Marlon. Survival. And the best decision me think me ever make in my life
Yeah,
was the
man.
day when me go become a soldier. May I tell you?
You know what me instilling in my daughter from the other day? The amount of food you eat and the amount of food you waste.
Of course,
And
of
here when me
course.
see she do, I bring her in the park, yeah?
Yeah.
And she see like a biscuit on the ground. And she said to me, Dad, they wasting the food. No, that's
No, it's good. Yeah,
it
yeah,
show
yeah.
me in my head, say she learn.
She's yeah.
She
She's
learn
listening.
something.
Yeah.
She's
Yes, true,
listening.
true.
She's
Because-
listening.
Yeah, of course.
Cause me,
Of course.
if she eat a biscuit, me do it, me do it and like me have 2 biscuits and she cannot eat the 2 of them one time, But guess
Yeah.
what? Me done more time. Just step back 1 and give her
Yes.
one and say, eat this one and wait,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
save
Yes.
food, you know, because if you don't, if you don't teach them that from now, you know, when that time
Yeah.
coming, you know, and it's coming up to that time, you know, when she, you know, get that the 2 biscuit, you know, a hell and powder house, you know, cause she a go
But
younger than you,
Marlon,
you know.
Marlon, but look here, me, all right, just feel elaborate on what I say now. All right. My woman will cook today, Sunday, and you know, say when it comes to Sunday, more time we tend to cook a little bit more than we would normally cooking of the week.
Yeah.
Put the food in the fridge. No. Remember this, you know. When the time that the food is going out of the fridge, you know, me smile because I know say all of this are my own. Because guess what? Then nah eat it again, you know. Again, all right. The food in the fridge and 5 days after, them see me take out food out of the fridge and they must say, you eat the food in the fridge from, we're in the fridge from Sunday. Okay, so then if it's spoiled, that she will then.
Yeah, it's true. And at that time, it's sweet.
Uno see me do it all the time and nothing never happened to me yet. So if you no feel that the food spoiled, nobody make it cool up my space in the fridge. That she will then, because of that you basically tell me, you know.
Yeah.
And I saw you know if
So
rice
why we
and
must
peas
go put
cook
on
good.
our next pot of rice now upon the fire if we go cook it and we have some rice in the fridge. And I dash you got dash you when you plan to cook another pot of rice again. So why not eat it? Because of me that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's true.
Yeah, man.
I'm like you.
That happens. That happens a lot. A lot
like
different.
Yeah, man. Them no people, them no prepare for nothing and no. All right. Imagine this way now, right? If we, wherever you're in the States now, and if we don't have any electricity now for 2 weeks in England, people cry like nothing. If water for go off for a day,
trouble.
Trouble because enough of them don't even have a bucket at them house.
That's true, man.
Them don't even have a bucket at them. Something to me have time for train my kids them because the revolution are forward, you know.
Marlon, look here, me leave Jamaica, me come America, come live, and me go share something with you now, and everybody on the platform where I listen to this. My clothes when me wear go out, don't go in a no washing machine, but you know, me hand me use wash them, you know. My clothes when me wear go out, not going into no washing machine. My clothes them when me wear go I work, or my clothes them when me wear like me what we call yard clothes them, me throw them there in a machine. But my clothes them when me wear go out, and me hand me use wash them.
Yes.
May have something for wash your hand now though.
Look here, then you could have tell some people about it. Me see people in America, you put all their shoes in a washing machine, you know.
It's true, man. It's true.
Yeah,
but it's a serious thing. Me see people put their shoes in the washing machine. Bro, when me wear my shoes and when me take off my shoes, me clean every shoes that you see me have. Every shoes that me have in have a box, you know, because I don't dash my shoes box them, you know. As me wear my shoes have to clean off and put back in the box. Them people in America wear shoes so till that time for them dash it.
Yeah.
The people them can't clean a pair of shoes. They don't know how to do that.
True.
Me used to work at one nightclub, and when me look on spring break time and see the young people them come at the club. I said to myself, but Jamaica pitney them like a king and queen. When me see how people dress, you see some boy come at the club, high school, college boy left come at the club in a some shirt. He look like out of some barrel bottom, then take it and then have no iron at their yard. Then just put it on. When you look on their shoes, on their foot. When you see people when you see some young people white Air Force in America, when you look up on the lace, how it dirty.
Yeah, boy.
They don't even know how to clean a pair of shoes. They don't know how to put on a shirt. But me don't need no iron board for iron nothing, you know.
Under the mattress.
Oh, yeah, talk to Marlon, man. Me not to get an iron board. Me know if you compromise, bro. Them are young people nowadays, they don't know if you do nothing.
And you know what? It's because they haven't. I don't feel like they've experienced any type of traumas.
The school to teach them something there.
and the parents.
And the parents, though. I feel like
Yeah.
if you haven't been through any type of traumas or you haven't had to survive, you're not gonna know how to survive. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not taught.
But watch this now. You see, And this is the next thing we not like. We have some Jamaicans where when we leave outside of Jamaica and go into the foreign country go live, we tend to forget where we are come from, and we tend to adapt too much of the foreign style. We now make a picnic do this because okay, me have a washing machine also. Me now go teach my daughter how to use her hand and wash her underwear just in case. Like we say, if a hurricane come and we don't have no light, how the washing machine a go run. So you can't go teach your daughter to use her hand and wash her
my
underwear.
mom taught me that, boy.
My mom taught me.
My mom
That's
taught
what I say.
I forgot we a pampas
That's what I say.
Take some
And
blows, make nappy.
Let me say, especially we as Jamaicans, we tend to when we left outside of Jamaica, we try to go in our next man country, go adapt too much to fit them style where we not teach the kids them nothing. We not benefit we in a certain way. Like me say, when push come to shove, and we are gonna need fi tell we pitney them this or teach we pitney them when they go to college, for example. How them a manage when they go to college?
Exactly.
Every day them a call mommy and daddy, me want one new shoes and me want one new shirt and me want 2 boxers.
Yeah.
So why the one them you have now wash?
Exactly.
It's true, man. It's true.
Yeah, and when we there home now, when we there Jamaica now, we know say the pitney them have to wash it.
Aye.
Me used to
Go down a river.
When me I go all school, you know, me used to go all school and play marble at daytime and play elastic. When me come home from school, my khaki pants pocket them dirty like me I work a backside company. one Saturday morning, me lay down in a bed comfortable, me feel my mother wake me up. Me I say when mommy I wake up, me say early for mommy, so me must come get up out of bed. And when me wake up, follow her, she walk and I go out the door, and me go behind her. And me khaki them in a one pan. Round there in a water, my mother tell me say I'm me have to go wash them. At the last day, me ever dirty up my clothes ever again.
Oh my God.
You see khaki is hardest material to wash, you know.
Yeah. Stiff.
Yes.
Anybody can testify when it comes to khaki. Nothing hard to wash like khaki.
Yeah,
and
stiff.
the day my mother make me wash my khaki, them was the last day me dirty up my clothes. And me tell her that from all age school. No, after that, I be clean every time. I try my very best to be very clean at all times, and I'm try to teach me them the same thing. My son, if you step on my son's shoes, you see my makeup in face, and he just 12-year-old.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
No, you know what? His shoes are dirty.
Oh my God, man!
General, teach him. This is how you clean your shoes, Papa.
That's it, man. General, I'll tell you something. It's so nice to have you calling. Seriously.
Yes, darling.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. No problem, man. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there.
Yes, and happy Father's Day again to you.
Happy Father's Day.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I hope you're being
Thanks a
spoiled.
lot.
I know
Thanks a
you're
lot.
being spoiled.
I know you're being spoiled. I know. I already know.
Oh my God.
Yes.
All right. So make sure you tune in next week, you know. Yeah.
Oh, definitely, man.
Make sure you're early for class.
Yes.
Make sure you're early.
Yeah,
But you say it was Father's Day. I allow you on this one.
Yeah. Father's Day.
Make sure you're early for class
okay.
with my invisible watch.
All right.
Everything fitting out the school curriculum.
Take it easy.
All right, brother.
All right.
Yeah,
Bye.
man,
All
God
right, blessings, lot of love. Yeah, man.
Bye.
You see,
Good. Yeah.
you see, we talk about the school curriculum,
Yes.
and even we can use manners general in every aspect of most conversation we will have. Because the curriculum is still continue upon the curriculum of life.
Yes, it
Because we're
does.
speaking about the curriculum, but this is also a part of the curriculum.
Yes, it is. Life skills.
Life skills. You understand?
Yeah,
and
serious
because
life
of
skills.
your experiences that enhance your life skill.
Yes.
Because sometimes, it's not the education that you have,
No.
right? I said this to you already,
The common sense.
yeah? One time, I was working among some elites, yeah? Me no want to, you understand?
Yeah, you don't have to go to it.
Some elites. I'm going to tell you this. The man a tire box, about 2 of them that they a tire box, and could not even put the card around the box.
Wow. Simple something like that. It's ridiculous.
And them man, the education, they had them SSB and them BCD and then WISSID.
And look,
behind
see,
their name.
going off what you're saying,
I'm not being
Benson,
funny. Sorry, guys.
we
but,
got to read out the
we have got comments on here and people on here that's been waiting patiently.
Yes.
So enough chat. for now.
So let's talk about what Malcolm says though, because it correlates
Yeah,
with
see, Malcolm.
what Benson says. Malcolm says, I wasn't a child that paid attention in school. I felt understimulated, but that did not stop me from becoming an entrepreneur with a multi-million-pound business.
There you go. There you have it.
There you
Multi-million
go.
pound. My name is Nubian, and this is the Chillin' Spill Show. So, Malcolm, yeah, you know where to find me. Yeah, telephone number 079.
What, 265 at the end?
Yes.
129 265.
Welcome, Rooster. Welcome aboard, Rooster. How you mean? This is part of the GMPC family. One of the DJs there, man. You have to big up Rooster each and every time. Big up Iga. Iga, sorry. Big up Iga. Happy Father's Day. Faye says the homeschool children are socializing and interacting with other children. They are not stuck at home. And she also says they go on more trips than the children in mainstream school, and they are outside in the environment and not stuck in the school building.
Yeah, that's very true.
Wow. So that's a little bit of an insight. Antonio made me laugh earlier on, but I couldn't get to read it out because we've been so busy. Antonio says, I remember learning square root in college, and I told my teacher that is not important because I can't go to the bank saying I love to bank my money in square root, and she kicked me out of the class.
No,
What else is Antonio saying?
Antonio Nice also says, also it was a black woman who made Popeye's chicken and sold the rights away, and
now she broke.
Oh,
Oh,
broke a
my
long time.
My goodness gracious me.
And again, that's just from not having, advisors or educating yourself to a certain extent to know that what you're doing. If she knew what she was doing by signing those rights away, she would have never done it.
No way.
Absolutely not.
And you know what? On that note, we are ending the show. We love you guys endlessly. At the beginning, I forgot to say, if you can like, share, follow, and subscribe to all platforms, please. We don't want to sound like we're begging, but remember, it's something free. You don't have to pay for it. It's free. Yeah, there's not much freeness going on around in the world. So we really appreciate if you'd like, share, follow, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you all for your participation and your continuous participation in our shows. No matter what the topic is, you're all involved, and I really, really appreciate and love you guys. Big up all of the DJs. Big up Benson, General, Mango, Jackie, Rooster, Mark, Vans, and Ibrahim. Big up yourself each and every time. Remember, DJ Ibrahim is going to be playing after the show. So stay locked in to the GMPC Live Radio. Big up all the platforms. Big up Beagle. Big up our 2 Facebooks. Big up YouTube. Big up Kick, Mixcloud. Any final words from anybody?
Stay safe, live good, and be positive.
Follow the curriculum.
No, sir.
If you can't be good, be careful. Until next week, take care, guys.
Bye.
Love you. And happy Father's Day once again to all you great fathers out there. Continue to do a great job. And those that are struggling to do a good job, just pray on it and everything will work out fine, because not everyone's situation is the same.
Keep going. We
Enough
love
respect
you.
to DJ Jackie. Excellent show today. I like the show. Man play some nice song. And enough respect for General O. He did the next time, the other timing, and we do the England time gospel show this morning.
All right, yeah.
Yes.
So I have to thank everybody who did log on from
the
early
jump.
hours of morning,
Yes.
this morning, until about 4 o'clock or wherever it is. So enough respect and thank you for the love and the support. And everybody who say Happy Father's Day, enough respect, enough love every time. Beer love, guidance and protection.
Good night, Lady Christine.
Good night, Lady Christine.
Good
and good
night.
night to everybody that's on the platforms. Love you guys endlessly. As I said, if you can't be good, be careful. Just take care of yourselves. And until next week, stay tuned. And remember, Friday is Benson's live show. Don't forget, Benson will be live Friday night /morning. So stay tuned for Benson's wicked music show on a Friday night. So, yep. Next time we'll be speaking will be Friday. Take care.
Bye.
Oh dear.